Hello there guys, welcome to another video of mine. Here I am with the Toyota Hilux, the massive pickup truck from the house of Toyota, and here's the key with the Hilux badging and the lock and unlock controls. And here is the look with the imposing chrome grille and the huge Toyota logo. So let's turn on. So the hood is quite massive and quite heavy, as you can see, along with the insulation. And here is the massive 2.8 liter 4-cylinder engine from Fortuner. I'll talk about the engine specs later on. And here is the lamps, the white lamps with the projector setup, along with the LED indicators and along with fog lamps and front parking sensors. As you can see, the look is pretty much massive. The length is of 5.2 meters and width is almost 1.9 meters and the height is 1.8 meters, along with the wheelbase of 3 meters, 3085 mm to be specific. So here is the massive 18-inch rubber from Bridgestone, the size of 265/60 R18, and the ground clearance of exactly a Fortuner is 188 mm. See, from the looks it is quite imposing, especially its trunk. Here is the trunk with the 470 kg weight carrying capacity, and usually we don't see in liters but in kgs. And here is the trunk lid, along with the massive Toyota badge and Hilux badging, and along with these 3 shaped tail lamps, and the rest other things are in bulb, which is in reverse light and indicators. The tail lamp is in LEDs. So the rear profile looks quite impressive though. I'll show you the trunk as well. Along with this, we do have rear view camera as well, which we do require. So it is quite sturdy, and this layering is not standard. This is an optional extra. We can keep the trunk lid as well as an optional extra. So there are a truckload of accessories available in the market as well as from the dealership. And here is the 80 liter fuel tank capacity with the BS6 engine. So the overall profile is quite massive, and the Hilux is in its 9th generation, starting from 1964 and up till 2022. This is the latest generation, which is all along massive. So then pickup trucks seen in Toyota is quite generous. Like in the American markets, we do have Tacoma and Tundra, but you can see this is this little brother, and since the Tundra is the bigger brother, it has the V8 engine, but this has the 2.8 liter 4-cylinder diesel engine from Fortuner, which has a power of 204 PS and 500 Nm of torque in this automatic variant, and 420 Nm of torque in manual. And here's the massive Hilux badging along with the chrome mirrors, which looks quite impressive. As far as features is concerned, there isn't quite much, and from Fortuner's price perspective, it is little bit affordable. I would say from top model automatic and Hilux top model automatic, the price difference is around 2 lakhs, 2 to 3 lakhs. So which makes it insanely practical for Indian market. And we do have leaf springs in rear suspension and ladder frame chassis. And for the off-roading perspective, it is brilliant. You can do a lift gate, you can do 35-inch rubber, and you can do off-roading fairly easily. But in stock conditions as well, off-roading is a pretty much piece of cake, and the approach angle, departure and breakover angle are pretty much impressive. And from the front suspension, it does have double wishbones, which are quite sophisticated in nature for the comfort aspect, and it is quite comfortable but yet quite stiff as compared to Fortuner. So the suspension is quite stiff because of its leaf spring suspension, because the more and more weight you kept in the trunk, the more and more soften it will get. So that's the nature of leaf springs. Overall, this car is quite impressive. The actual rival is the Isuzu D-Max V-Cross, but it also both the vehicles are in altogether different league because of the massive price difference of almost 9 to 10 lakh rupees, which is quite a lot. But in 10 lakhs you get more features, more equipment, more tech, more better engine, more powerful engine, and of course Toyota's bulletproof reliability, which is commendable. People are buying these kind of trucks because of its insane reliability. people are buying these kind of trucks because of its insane reliability which Toyota has on offer. Ever since I saw the video on Top Gear, they're trying to breaking down the old Toyota pickup truck, which they failed to do so, and so that shows its true heritage and true legacy which Toyota has on offer. So apart from that, let's check out from inside and let's see how the interior has on offer. See, the length is, door aperture warning is quite good. So let's check out the interior. And we do have side footsteps, and along with the footrest to make the ingress and egress more easily. So here is the interior, which is quite similar to Fortuner. Again, no sunroof, which is quite okay. And along with, we do have rear AC vents. So here is the leg space, which is not that impressive though. And we do have a hook for weight, for the storage and stuff, and the pockets. Overall, the cushioning is impressive. I'll show you the headspace as well. So as you can see, the headspace is quite okay. I am 5 foot 10 inches in height, so according to me, I'm pretty much comfortable. And the seat layout is quite upright, as you can see. And here is the trunk of the Toyota Hilux. And then let's see other more features as well. So on safety count, we do have 7 airbags, ABS, EBD, and all the equipment which you need. And here we don't have the branded stereo system from JBL, and we do have height adjustable seat belts as well. This is very important in these kind of vehicles, the grab rail, which we can make or egress and egress more easily. Auto up down for all the mirrors, the soft touch materials, and here it is hard plastic. And cup holders are quite practical, the speaker system. So the ground clearance is pretty much massive. Let's check out the driver's seat as well. So to getting in and out is not at all an issue. You can press the button. Okay, it doesn't have the auto foldable mirrors, but it does have electronic foldable mirrors. And here is the interior, along with the powered seats, the mirror controls, foldable option, the all auto up down. It has the DPF system, so it is a BS6 model, of course. And here is the parking system, the DPF, the fuel tank opening, and the hood opening. And the look is quite impressive, and it's quite premium. See, getting in and out is not at all an issue. And here is quite an interesting graphic of truck as well. I'll show you the instrument cluster. That before this, the steering wheel is similar to Fortuner, except for the wooden treatment here, which we get in the Fortuner. And the silver trim, it is quite hard plastic, but the 8-inch display is quite nice. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, dual zone automatic climate control, which is quite a chiller. And here we do get the 4x4 system, which is shift on fly, the hill descent control, diff lock, and traction control, along with the charging socket, the cup holders. Overall, it's quite a practical cabin. Here, we do that. Here is some more storage, and here is the 6-speed automatic gearbox. Since the Hilux is available in 2 variants, the standard and high, this one is available in the high trim along with the red color in 4x4 only. Hilux is having standard 4x4, and here we do get some storage as well, which is cooled, which is quite nice, and some more space. And for safety tech, it does have 7 airbags as well. So overall, it's quite a nice cabin. And here's the start stop system, which I'll show you. And the AC is quite chiller, trust me. So here is the instrument cluster, similar to Fortuner, and with all the relevant information which we can see. All the controls from. See, the Hilux purpose is to be an off-roader, and this purpose is justifying fairly well, along with some auto-dimming IRVM, and does have mirror in the sunshade, and which is quite soft. So overall, it's a brilliant car as far as off-roading is concerned. And since Hilux is available in 2 variants, 4-wheel drive is standard in manual and automatic trims, and the colors, this one is red color, and along with that we get 2 more in white, one in silver, one in grey. So according to me, grey one looks the best. So overall, this is the cabin of the Toyota Hilux, and prices will be in description box below. So do check it out. And special thanks to Toyota Jalandhar for helping me out for this car. And since no one has tested the Hilux as of yet, so I have the liberty to drive and tell you what this car is all about. And let's see how well it goes. And I'm quite excited to drive this car because it's one of my favorite types of genre of vehicles, a pickup truck, especially that I used to see in America, the big old lift kits and big tires, that imposing personality. So that goes along with the trend which we are seeing as of yet. So let's take off for a spin. Let's see how it goes. So driving the Toyota Hilux, well, I feel quite excited like a kid in a candy store. Off we go. See, first impressions, it is quite a powerful car. With the 500 Nm of torque on tap, the drivability is pretty much impressive. See, in city driving conditions, you're gonna feel a little bit cumbersome because of its heavy steering and the overall sheer massive size. And the visibility all around is quite impressive. You can see all the sides from the hood. And the turning radius is 6.4 meters. For the pickup standard, it is pretty much impressive. And see, the premium appeal is quite lacking, especially considering the price. Like in features from Toyota Fortuner, ventilated seats and some of the premium touches are quite missing, which I feel like it should be included. Overall, the light spread is quite impressive, and the torque band is quite wide, especially from the lower range to mid range to top end is quite okay. And the driving feel is pretty much impressive, since although it has the hydraulic steering wheel, in city it's gonna feel a lot bit heavy, but overall for the enthusiast, this is quite an impressive steering wheel. So there is so much feedback and feel involved. You simply ignore the weight aspect. And talking about its power, it is quite impressive. The NVH are quite decent enough. Like from the older generation of pickup trucks, from these newer generation, the NVH are pretty much sorted, but you will feel some amount of noise which has on offer, which is completely understandable in the Toyota cars because of their huge size and the huge torque and the power. Since in the automatic variant it has the more torque than the manual one, so the automatic is my choice if you're buying the Hilux. And talking about its gearbox, it is the 6-speed torque converter unit, similar to the Fortuner, but I like its gear knob, which is this old school shift appeal, and it does have the eco and power mode. So in eco mode you can have a decent amount of fuel efficiency, but in power mode, let's check out. Okay, you can understand the difference pretty significantly and quite noticeably, because in power mode there is the change in the ECU setting, but not in the much of a like in the American or the German cars. Like all the things are changed in the sports setting, but in this the ECU gives more power on tap, which makes it quite a joy. And overall, as a vehicle, it is quite impressive. Just I think that pricing should be a concern, but those who are buying a Toyota, they doesn't care about the price tag and all. But overall, it's a joy to ride. Meanwhile, the sheer presence is quite massive. Let's see in the tight streets or in the tight lanes how this is gonna perform. Overall, there is quite a significant body roll, and the off-roading capability is pretty much intact, like a Toyota SUV and off-roader should perform. So let's take a U-turn. Let's see how the turning radius is of the car. The horn is of typical Toyota. like of a Fortuner and Innova. See, we do have automatic lamps and we don't have automatic wipers. See, it does have front parking sensors, so you are pretty much sorted, and you're gonna feel a little bit scared like I'm doing right now because of its size, and you are sitting on a first floor, which is the true presence of this car, which is the goal while which this car was built. First goal was to be an off-roader, but for the Indians we have the tight city streets and smaller lanes, which makes it quite massive to drive in a city condition. But overall, with the automatic gearbox and rest of the features, I think we sorted that part. And I always love the Toyota cars because of their engine performance and the sheer reliability, and we do get the 3-year and 100,000 kilometers warranty as well, so they are quite confident on their engine part. So that's pretty much it from my side. I hope you found this video useful, and I quite enjoyed driving the Hilux. So does you, and if you want to check out this car as well, so do check it out in person, or simply buy these cars. Then only manufacturers gonna introduce these kind of vehicles, so that we gonna experience how kind of cars which are getting in the global markets but not in India markets. So buy these cars and you won't regret it. So that's pretty much it from my side. I hope you found this video useful. So I'll see you around next time. Until then, ciao.